Hello, good morning.
Hello, ma'am. Good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir. How are you?
I am good. Thank you. And how are you?
I'm doing well, sir. Thank you for asking me. So, all set for a new day?
Yes, yes.
Yes?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Wonderful. So, before we get started with our conversation, let's start with introduction, right? So, I would
Okay.
like to know more about you. So, if you can introduce yourself, please.
Yes. My name is Subhash Pal,
Mm,
and I am from the city called Guwahati in the state of Assam. I am a
okay.
retired government servant,
Mm,
and I am very much interested in learning spoken English so that I
mm,
can speak with people in English. So that
mm.
is my desire.
Okay.
And other than that, I love to watch cricket matches. I love to
Okay.
travel. And
Okay.
for practicing speaking English, I watch YouTube
Hmm.
videos,
Hmm.
particularly conversational videos or podcasts. So that's all about me, ma'am.
Okay, great. Wonderful, sir. Your introduction was very crisp and clear. That's great. Anything else that you like to do during your free time?
Yeah, there is one thing that I do, like I like to trade in the market, stock markets.
Hmm.
That's what I do.
Interesting.
Yes.
Interesting. Very good. Great. Nice to know about you, sir. I'll introduce myself now. My name is Meghna Manjunath. I hail from a city called Mysore, which is in Karnataka. I have been a virtual tutor for over 3 years and an offline educator for children for 2 years.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. So tell me, Mr. Subhash, what brings you on our platform? Apart from the fact that you would want to improve upon the language, is there any other learning goal that you're trying to achieve?
Other than learning spoken English, I also get to meet many tutors from
Hmm.
various corner of our state. So I get to
Hmm.
know about them, what they do,
Hmm.
and they also share sometimes their lives.
Hmm. Hmm.
So it also gives some kind of interest. And when
Hmm.
we meet new people, and we can get to know from them. So that's
Hmm.
another interesting thing. And
Hmm.
particularly if you talk about this platform, earlier I
Hmm.
started long back, but at that
Hmm.
time this platform was not that much good when it comes to
Hmm.
tutors.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
nowadays the tutors of
Hmm.
this platform are very good. So I
Hmm.
am continuing learning from them.
Okay, great, wonderful. That's good to know that you are so enthusiastic, even at this age, that you want to interact with as many tutors as possible and have conversations with them. That's great.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right. So let's have a general conversation, sir,
Sure.
for a few minutes, and then we could dive into the session topic.
Okay.
Okay?
Mhm.
Okay, all right. So, why don't you start by telling me about your professional journey, sir? What did you start working as? How were your initial career years? And what did you learn? Anything that comes to your mind that you would like to share in terms of your career?
Okay, so after
Mm,
graduation, I look for a job. So the first job that
mm,
I did in a bank, it is called
mm,
Apex Bank in our city,
mm, mm,
Guwahati.
mm,
So
mm,
that was my first job.
mm,
And after doing not many years, or even not a year, say
mm,
after 8 months, I got another job in a central
mm,
government office. So that
mm,
is the department called Indian Audit and Accounts Department.
mm,
So my
mm,
job
mm,
here in Guwahati, I joined that
mm,
office, and
mm,
I joined as a clerk when I
mm,
joined
mm,
my job.
mm, mm,
Then gradually, after taking
mm,
departmental examination in the office,
mm, mm,
and when
mm,
I passed those examinations, I got
mm,
promotion. And
mm,
at the end of my career, before retiring, so
mm,
I was holding the post of senior accounts officer.
mm, mm,
So it's basically a kind of clerical job that started, then it
mm,
raised to supervisor level.
mm,
So I got
mm,
all the
mm,
ingredients of doing
mm,
in a subordinate level then to a higher
mm,
level. So
mm,
it was a nice experience, and the people that I work with, they are very
mm,
fantastic, with the
mm,
colleagues and my senior officers also. So I
mm,
have had a very good time while I was in
mm.
office.
Hmm. Hmm. That's great. Wonderful. That's so nice. And during these years, you said you started as a clerk and then you also had to give examination. So during this entire process, you would have learned something, maybe about yourself or about the situation. So could you share about your learnings? What did you learn from your experiences?
Uh, Yes, definitely. I would like to tell
Mm,
you that I learned the thing is that time matters. So whatever we have
mm,
to do, it should do it in time. So if we
mm,
procrastinate, then we may lose or we may suffer
mm,
in future. So in my case, when it
mm,
comes to career option,
mm,
so not
mm,
career option, but in my career in that office,
mm,
so for taking the departmental exams, we had to work
mm,
hard. We had to study a
mm,
lot, but in
mm,
some cases I was not that much serious, so I could not
mm,
pass the examination in time. In time means if I could pass
mm,
earlier than when I pass, then
mm,
I would have got the promotion early, and
mm,
the promotion I might have ended up getting another promotion before retiring.
mm, mm,
So
mm,
that all I thought that okay, it was my fault. I did not take it seriously
mm,
in time,
mm,
and that is the great learning that
mm,
whatever you have to do, do it in time. Otherwise, you are going to
mm.
suffer.
Correct, correct. So you mean to say that even though for every examination there could be couple of attempts, so it's
Yes.
always good to crack it in the first attempt itself
Yes.
rather than spending additional time learning the same subject all over and trying to crack it in second or third or whichever attempt,
Yeah, I
right?
can give you a simple examination. It is like
Yes.
that because there are
Mm,
other colleagues with me who
mm,
also took the
mm,
exam and they passed earlier
mm,
than me. So
mm.
they were promoted earlier than me,
Correct.
and they hold
Mm,
those posts. So until and unless
mm,
they vacate those posts, there is no chance to
mm,
promote to get promotion to those posts.
mm.
So they got
Correct.
early promotion and they occupied those posts. So it was a
Mm,
cascading effect for me. So
correct. Absolutely. Yes. I think, like you rightly said, this is a point which matters in every form of subject or studying, right? So it's always better to give your 100% or maybe more and try to crack it at first attempt itself, right?
yes.
Great, wonderful. And what did you learn about yourself, sir? Or if not learn, what did you discover about yourself during those years?
Uh, I learned about myself is that
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
was a kind of introvert. So
Hmm.
I never took initiative talking to people. Suppose
Hmm.
I was going on a bus, I
Hmm.
was undertaking a journey.
Hmm.
The person sitting beside me tried to talk to me, but I was not interested.
Hmm. Hmm.
But I think I should change this habit, and I
Hmm.
change
Hmm.
actually. So
Hmm.
that is one thing that I have learned.
Hmm.
And one more thing that, and it is a very important thing,
Hmm. Hmm.
the relationship that you build
Hmm.
in your
Hmm.
life, that
Hmm.
that is a very important thing to do,
Hmm.
because one
Hmm.
day you will find yourself that you have enough money, you can spend anything,
Hmm.
you can go anywhere, but
Hmm.
you don't have any person to share with, or the
Hmm.
people you can spend time with them. It
Correct.
is nothing, even though
Correct.
you have that kind of money. So
Hmm.
relationship matters. So in order to maintain the relationship, sometimes we have
Hmm.
to
Hmm.
compromise at some points,
Hmm.
and I would love
Correct.
to do that until and
Hmm.
unless it harms anybody.
Hmm. Correct. Absolutely. Yes. Like you rightly said, that you may have all the money, But what's the use when you cannot share that happiness with
Yes.
someone, right? So in
Yes.
the end we feel lonely, and
Yeah.
we have nobody to share with, right?
Yes.
That's great, wonderful. That's such a great and deep thought that you shared, which is very much required for all of us to remind ourselves about this.
Yeah, and one day,
Mm,
suppose
mm,
if I don't
mm,
pay much attention to these
mm, mm,
small things about our
mm,
relationship, be it
mm, mm.
your girlfriend, be it your
Mm,
boyfriend,
mm,
your
mm,
father, your mother, your
mm,
sister, your
mm,
brother, or your
mm,
colleagues, your
mm,
friends.
mm,
So later you will get you will
mm.
repent.
Correct.
At a later time,
Correct.
you will find that okay, why I did not do that. So I
Correct.
missed those
Correct.
all these opportunities.
Correct. Absolutely. Yes, that's true. There's a deep form of guilt which
Yeah.
starts creeping in, right? That there were so many moments or situations where I could have spent time with such people or with my loved ones, but instead I
Yes.
chose to chase other things in life,
I
right? So that,
still, ma'am, I still
mm,
regret
mm,
about the fact
mm,
that I did not
mm,
give much time to
mm,
my father. So when I was
mm,
doing my job,
mm,
so
mm.
my focus was on my job and other things.
Mm,
So
mm,
now I
mm,
repent when he is no more that if I
mm,
could give much
mm, mm.
time, that
True.
it would have been better for
Correct.
me. Now
Correct.
I repent. Yes.
Mm. Yes, but it's okay, sir. I mean, maybe in your case, the sense that I get is that you have been extremely hardworking, and I think you were in the process of making your own name, right? Recognition, and most importantly, maybe you were trying to get stability in terms of career, right? So
Yes.
I'm sure you were working with a good intention and not that you were whiling away your time, right?
No, sometimes I got time actually. So after
Mm,
coming from
mm,
office, so my father was in
mm,
a room. So if I
mm,
went to him and I asked
mm,
him how was
mm,
the day,
mm.
so I
Ah,
did not do.
okay. Okay.
But
So
every
the
yeah,
little acts and gestures you mean.
yes, yes.
Right,
But
right.
I did one thing
Mm,
every
mm,
day
mm,
in the
mm,
morning. So I
mm,
made it a point that I would make tea
mm,
and I would call him and I will
mm.
sit with him and have tea with him. So that I
Okay,
did. So
okay,
that gave me
okay.
some that
Okay.
gave me some kind of solace.
Correct, correct. Yes, you're right. These are the little things which may look very tiny to consider, but later in our life we realize it's so
Hmm.
important,
When the
right?
person is there with you, you will
Mm,
not ever feel like that. But when
correct,
he's no more, then only all those things comes to your
correct,
mind.
correct.
Okay, if I could do
Yes,
it like that.
correct. Yes, you're right. So we can say that we tend to take things for granted, right?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
And this has
Yes.
given me,
Mm,
and I have learned, and
mm, mm,
I would not hesitate
mm,
to tell you that.
mm, mm,
So
mm,
now I take care of my wife so that
mm, mm,
I may not have to
mm.
depend
Yes,
something in future.
correct, correct. Yes, that's true. I think you've shared some wonderful things that will keep reminding me as well that I should give importance to little things in life.
Yes, yes.
Yes, great, wonderful. If you had to share um, two life advice which you can give it to the youngsters or to any individual who is much younger than you. So, what are those two life advice or lessons would you share?
One thing comes to my mind that we should be honest about whatever we do. So
Hmm. Hmm.
sometimes we do something with a
Hmm.
very the intention is not good. So it should not be
Okay.
like that.
Hmm.
Outwardly, you are showing that whatever you're
Hmm.
doing,
Hmm.
uh, it's good. Apparently, it shows good, but it
Hmm.
is your intention may not be
Hmm.
that good.
Hmm. Hmm.
So it would be better. It would be great if we
Hmm.
are very honest whatever we're doing
Hmm.
and respect for the elderly people. because
Hmm.
when people grow old,
Hmm.
it is natural that they don't get the kind of attention, not
Hmm.
from even not from their family members.
Hmm.
So they
Hmm.
feel lonely, and
Hmm.
we should give respect when we talk to them.
Hmm.
So it will be actually a win-win situation for us. So when we will
Hmm.
give respect, we will also feel good, and the person they will also feel good. It is
Hmm.
not about our family members, but with everyone, whoever you
Hmm.
met on the way. So maybe an elderly person you meet and with due
Hmm.
respect, no matter his what is his social status in
Hmm.
financial condition or like that.
Hmm. Hmm.
I
Correct.
think I feel good actually. Suppose I
Hmm.
am going
Hmm.
somewhere and I get to meet a rickshaw
Hmm.
puller, and if I
Hmm.
spend some
Hmm.
sometime means if I have to say something to him
Hmm.
with a
Hmm.
smile on my face, and
Hmm.
I get the return smile from that person,
Hmm.
it gives
Hmm.
happiness.
Hmm. Yes, correct. I think what you meant to say was that what we give is what we get, right?
Yes, yes, yes,
Yes, the kind of energies we exchange, right? It automatically makes the other person feel good, and at the same time, it makes us feel good as well, right?
yes, yes.
Yes,
And
correct.
there is also saying that
Mm,
happiness is the
mm,
result of
mm.
giving, not what you get.
Correct. Yes, absolutely right. Correct. You're right. Which is why when we do something without any expectation, that
Yes, that
the
is the key
person
point.
is, yes,
That
the
is the key point
person
that
is
without any expectation. Yes, you are
expectations.
absolutely right.
Yes. So when we do that is when we feel genuinely happy within us, right? And that's the kind of feeling I think which is unmatchable with any other form. Yes.
Yes, that is one actually learning point that I have
Mm,
learned.
mm,
Don't expect anything from others. You do
mm,
your duty,
mm,
no
mm,
matter what you are doing or what they are doing. But sometimes, people do say that I have done so much for him, but he is not
mm, mm,
taking care of me like that. So
mm,
there is some
mm,
expectation.
mm,
So
correct.
there is
Yes.
no selfless
Mm,
motive. So there is something selfless.
mm,
So if we
correct.
can
Correct.
do something with
Mm,
selfless intention,
mm,
then we will
mm.
never be what it is called. We will never be disappointed.
Correct. You're absolutely right. Yes. So true. Great. If you could go back in time
Hmm.
and pick any two special moments in your life, and you would want to relive those two moments. Okay. So, which two moments or situations would you pick and why?
Two moments.
Mm,
One moment still it fresh in
mm,
mind.
mm,
I don't
mm,
know how
mm.
old I was at that time. Maybe I
Okay.
was 2 years old, but I can
Okay.
remember that. So I
Okay.
was on my father's lap, uh,
Okay. Mm.
and I was talking to him in broken,
Of course.
like
Yes.
yeah,
Back then, you were extremely young to
yeah. So, but
speak.
I still remember that
Mm. Mm.
particular moment.
Okay.
So that always, I always cherish that moment.
Mm. Okay.
And
Okay.
the next one obviously would be
Mm.
when
Mm.
my
Mm.
children were born.
Mm.
So
Mm.
when my son
Mm.
was born, when my daughter was born, yes, all those moments were great.
Okay, great. But now that if you were given the superpower to go back and not just live in that moment, but maybe you could add or anything that you could do, then what would you do in these two particular situations?
For myself,
Yes, yes. Or maybe
uh,
for the other person if it has to do with someone else. So, what else would you do?
if I talk about me, I would love to do more and more studies
Mm,
because I was academically very weak. Not, I would say weak, but I did not study properly.
mm, Okay.
So I always my interest always was
Mm.
were in
Mm.
sports.
Mm.
So
Okay. Mm.
so I used to
Mm.
uh, leave home whenever I got a
Mm.
chance to play in the
Mm.
ground. And at
Mm.
our time when I was young, there are many playgrounds. Nowadays we will
Mm.
find a very
Mm.
less number of such ground.
Mm. Mm. Correct.
So
Correct.
so
Mm.
when I see when I in
Mm.
hindsight I feel that I could study more and
Mm.
bring good result, not only
Mm.
for me but especially for my
Mm.
parents, because they always look forward to their children's
Mm.
result. And when they
Mm.
found that their children are
Mm.
not doing good but their neighbor children are
Mm.
doing good, they
Mm.
I
Mm.
feel that I let them down.
Mm.
So if I
Correct.
got a
Okay.
chance, I could make them
Mm.
proud.
Okay. Wonderful. That's very sweet. Okay. And the other moment you said when your children were born. So what else would you add to those moments?
Spending time obviously with them.
Mm.
So I
Mm.
missed all those time, because
Mm.
when I look back and I thought about those
Mm.
moments that I could go with them, I could
Mm.
took them anywhere that I would like, to a park or
Mm.
any
Mm.
theater. But nowadays
Mm.
I don't get them. They have no time for me also, because they are doing their job, they are studying.
Right.
So
Right.
even though I want, I don't get them.
Right. Right. So maybe we can turn this moment magical
Yes,
and
yes.
somehow make sure that you bring them to you, right?
Actually, we lose all those moments, because no,
Correct.
when, as you
Yes.
rightly said, that we take all those
Yes.
things for granted. So when
Yes.
later in our life we think that, oh, we miss
Yes.
now all those things.
Yes. In fact, I feel that too because now when I give a call to my parents and they say, "Oh, we are busy now. We have to step out. So maybe we'll talk to you later." So it
Yes,
just pinches me a bit because there were many moments when I was much younger and I had plans with friends and I would step out and I would tell them the same. So I said, "Okay, looks like I'm getting them all back now." So
yes.
yes, I completely get what you would be feeling. Right.
So
Great.
you are from Mysore, ma'am, as
Yes,
you
sir.
told me.
Yes.
So
Yes. Yes.
what do you like most about that place?
Okay, what do I like most about my city is that it's still rich in culture. Every other day, you can find there are some programs which are culturally rich. There's a lot of history to this place when there were kings being ruled. So I'm happy that there is still the culture and traditions which exist, which generally vanish away very easily, and they might not be evident or even visible in many, states or cities. So
Yes.
that is what I like about my city.
And what do you have to say about the Mysore Palace?
Oh, of course. It's always so regal, and it is a timeless piece which has been created. And given a chance, I would love to go and stay in the palace, which we can't do it, of course.
Yeah, it is said that when all the lights and bulbs that are
Yes,
illuminated, it gives a
yes.
very spectacle view.
Yes, it did. In fact, this one time I remember when I had gone to my hometown while I was studying in college, I decided to capture the moment when all the lights are lit in the evening. So every evening they light it for a couple of minutes. It used to be for a longer period before, almost for an hour, but I think they have reduced it now, if I'm not wrong, and the number of days. So I put on the video and I held on to it. And I was holding the phone for almost 10 to 15 minutes or till the time my arms are shivering, and then finally it happened, and I used to keep watching that video. So
Mm.
it's a very precious thing to witness, I would say.
Once I visited, that is long back, in the
Right,
year 2021, but I
right.
visited there at daytime. Other,
Okay, okay,
yeah, and
okay.
there is one Chamundi
Yes, correct.
temple,
Yes, you're right, sir.
and yeah, all this. It's
Yes,
a very good place, really. You have
yes,
rightly said.
yes. Great, wonderful, sir. So I think the time has
Yeah.
almost come to an end,
Yes. Yes.
and we didn't realize, but we had such a great conversation. And before I end the session, I would want to give you feedback, sir.
Yeah.
Firstly, I must say that you are such an enthusiastic and a wonderful speaker. What I liked is the pace at which you share your ideas. Neither you are in a hurry to share your ideas, nor you take a lot of time to share them, right? So it's a very clear and measured pace at which you are sharing your ideas, views, and thoughts, which is wonderful. There are some areas upon which you can improve, and you would already know that. Firstly, I would say in terms of pronunciation,
Mm.
so there were
Yes.
certain words where you'll have to work upon it. For example, if the word is examination, so you tend to give j sound. So you may
Okay.
go as examination. For result, instead of z, again there could be j sound, right? So maybe
Okay.
you could just keep a track on the words where you think there is a different letter sound coming. So you
Mm.
could work on that. Sometimes you tend to get stuck and you may not be able to use a suitable word in
Yes.